sculptamold. Every time I use it, I always have some left over. This time I'm going to put it to good use.
With the leftover sculptamold, what I did was just plopped it on some pieces of styrofoam and then sculpted it the way I wanted to look. I took some jute, whatever it's called, cut it into little pieces, and then unraveled it to get each individual little strand. Tedious work, but it's great. Then I took some hobby wire. I bent it in half so it was kind of like a V. I took a dowel on the loop side and just twisted it to get a start. Then in between the V, placed the strands of jute, and then took a pair of pliers on the other end and just twisted it and kept twisting until I had a nice shape. And straightened out all the little strands, combed it out, trimmed it up, and then used some dark brown spray paint to spray paint the trees. Of course, I did it outside. Then I did the black Mod Podge on the rocks and some brown on the base. Painted the rocks gray, and then did dry brush of the gray and a little bit of green. When that was dry, I glued up the base and parts of the rock, and then applied my favorite mixed flocking that I have. Then I took some green flocking and light green static grass, mixed it in a Ziploc bag, sprayed some glue onto the trees, and did some sort of like shake and bake. Shook off some leftovers, and then I had my trees. I think they came out pretty good. Then when everything was dry, it was just a matter of placing them in.
So, with the leftover sculptamold that I had from making the Great Hall of Treasure for the dragon, I used it to make some blocking terrain, as you saw in the video. And I really like this method of making the trees, because the other trees that I've used in the past, the Christmas tree trees, you know, the ones you get at Christmas with all the white flocking on them, they're very dense trees, and I wanted a more open and lighter tree. So I think it worked out really well, and I really like how these pieces came out. I think I'm going to make quite a bit more of these. I think they look really, really good. It's a little time consuming to make the trees, but I like the look of them. I like the straggliness of them, and I think I'm going to use it. And then with the rest of the leftover sculptamold, we're going to make our mounds of treasure. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.